See, we are now in the presence of the world champion, Ronan McCarthy. I don't know what it is about that tournament the last couple of years, but it's just always brought the best out of him. He played an absolute monster semi-final against Jordan Shepard and backed it up with an awesome final against our previous watch, Carl Sutton. But Jordan Shepard has been a man on the mission the last couple of weeks. You could see him at the Pro Series, really trying to do damage in every event. You could just see that the hunger was there, celebrating whenever he was winning a tight match. Focus at its highest level. And he's going to get first opportunity here. Awkward layout on yellows here. He's immediately looking, seeing what he's going to do with the two yellows on the left-hand side. Well, he went for him straight away. That's a good effort. He might have had a little bit of a result here where he can push through on the yellow to the right middle and leave himself the double. He's just working it out. Just because that yellow's fairly close to the cushion, he doesn't want to get the white in the way of it. Which is why he's left himself a bit lower. Yeah, nice double. Still going to have to play another good couple of positional shots here to get out, but he's given himself the chance. A brilliant pot. Brilliant, brilliant pot. He could have just settled there. He could have just potted that into the top left and left himself the yellow to top right straight after, but deliberately played twice across, wanted to make that 8-ball easier towards the end of the finish. But oh no, I didn't see him missing that. Maybe just a bit of a quick one. Yeah, straight to that bottom jaw. Seems a bit harsh to classify that as a mistake, but it is a mistake from Jordan Shepard, and it is going to bring Ronan to the table. What I'm always wary with Ronan is whenever he wins an event, he goes on a bit of a run. We've seen with the World Championships a couple of years ago when he won it. The first event he won was that Seniors Series. He then did the double with the Masters and the World Championships, and then straight after that came in for the Players' Championship as a wild card, actually, after having previously been eliminated. Got the kind of lucky call and ended up winning that title as well. And you just wonder, could he potentially be up to the same scheme again? As I just have Simon Webb join me in the comms box. Si, I mean, from the outlook, this should be an absolute blockbuster.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's good to be back. I'm really looking forward to this match. And I saw the draw come out, rematch of the World Semi, the way that Jordan played getting to the World Semi. You thought, oh, he could be on, he could be the man to go, and you know, he'd beaten Tom Cousins. You thought he's going to go on and win the world title here, but Ronan just stopped him in his tracks. It was a huge performance from Ronan. Huge return to form for the now 2-times world champion. And Jordan would have been wounded by that result, and to me that just makes this fascinating.
Yeah, it's really intriguing because obviously with Ronan, that world championship was a long time coming. You know, he chased it for years and years and years, really hadn't got that recognition because he didn't have that title under his belt, and then now that he has, 2 in 3 years. 2
in 3 years is quite ridiculous. But to me, the second one is more ridiculous than the first one. Not just winning it, how he won it, the manner of the victory, but where he'd fallen to, if you like. Once he won the world title and he'd achieved everything he wanted to achieve in the game, and in his own words, he'd become the whipping boy of the tour. He was turning up to play on the Pro Tour and was struggling. He was not winning matches. He was losing to, everyone really. And I think he probably, in his own mind, thought his best days were gone. But he turned up, he found a gear and some, and ended up walking away as a world champion. And for me, what are we going to see now? Last time he won the world title, he won 5 titles in the space of about 5 weeks. A variety of different titles, Players' Championship, Seniors titles, team titles, and of course World Masters. He just went on a run that was ridiculous. Are we going to see the same thing again?
Well, that's kind of the question that I was pinning just a minute ago. It's impossible to tell with someone like Ronan, because it feels like he goes from the bizarre to the ridiculous. There's no... I don't want to say there is no consistency, because there is consistency, but not in the way that you'd expect. Jordan having a bit of a hit and a hope there, nothing doing for him. But as you say, Ronan goes through these lulls in form where you don't see him at Pro Series because he gets eliminated early, doesn't really get a foothold in the events. But then when he does win, he seems to win big.
There'll be so much confidence and belief there now. It's quite incredible.
That's a nice shot from Ronan. Lands really nicely on the top red of the 3. And this from here should be pretty routine. Very good from Ronan. Yeah, Ronan going for that cut break now. Yeah, makes a ball, makes 2 balls.
Didn't seem to hit that brilliantly, but he'll take the outcome.
Yeah, I mean, Ronan's not one of the players that's blessed with cue power. It's got to be said. He's not going to be a Tom Cousins or a Jack Whelan that's going to hammer through the pack. But what you do guarantee a lot with Ronan's break is that cueing side. Just making sure that he gets nicely through the balls. So maybe the split isn't always as big, but it's more likely to just kind of guarantee the ball. Oh no. Tried to pot that with rakes of side to land nicely on this red to the top. Nothing doing, an opportunity for Jordan.
I spoke to Jordan before he played Ronan in the World Championships. Spent quite a lot of time with Jordan during the Worlds as well. I asked him what his record against Ronan was like. It's so difficult to tell. We can look back and we know the records for Ultimate Pool, but we can't. There's so many tournaments that records aren't kept on, so it's so difficult to have that full kind of body of work, if you like. But he felt he had a really good record against him, and without knowing it and without statistics, I thought that wasn't going to be the case. I just felt, I know they've played a lot of times, I've commentated on them a lot of times, but just felt that the matchup, I think Ronan's one of those players that can really frustrate Jordan. It's a really, I think, poor matchup for Jordan. You can see the way he buzzes around the table. He doesn't like it when a player is, he doesn't necessarily, I'm not talking about being a slow player, because Ronan isn't a slow player, but a player that is more than happy to slow down and take his time and be tactical. Ronan's got the all-round game. He'll go toe-to-toe on the finishes if they're there, but he'll turn it down and play safe. Sheppy wants to go play against players that just want to go up against him and go finish for finish, and doesn't have that with Ronan.
Do you know what? It's quite interesting, actually. I know Jordan's been doing a lot of work on his mentality. He works with Noel Flannery outside of kind of the Ultimate Pool world, and basically Knowles kind of taught him that real bit of patience, because I think beforehand with Jordan there was an almost a frustration that if he wasn't at the table he couldn't do anything. He's now got that kind of business-esque side to him as well, where he's here to do a job.
Yeah, and also there is that he's now understand. Oh, he's going to be frustrated with that because he hit that well, but he understands that side of the game. He's certainly, over the course of his career, lived and died by results. It meant so much to him, and that it was almost debilitating that it's too much. And now he understands that side of it a little bit more. And yes, he gets so very down when he loses, but it's more of a stay out of his way for half an hour and then he's fine than it is anything more prolonged than that. Obviously, I'm sure the World Semi-Final still stings now, but he can deal with that sort of thing better than he ever has done.
Yeah, I mean, events like that will sting for a while, I think, no matter who you are, but it's been really great, to be fair, the last couple of weeks, actually, to see the kind of, I suppose, re-rise of Jordan Shepard again. I think until he won that Pro Series last year against Jack in the final, I think he'd gone a little bit quieter again, and we were just waiting for it almost.
He'd gone back to what he was like earlier in his career, that when he turned up and played well, he won tournaments, but he could go missing for months on end, whereas for a few years prior to Ultimate starting, he was a very consistent performer. I think that's what he's looking to be again.
Just getting close to where he wants to be here, just moving that red out of the way. It's just opened up a bit of space in the middle of the table for him if he requires it. All the balls do now comfortably go into different pockets, so
this is not good.
it's loose.
Just pulls up in time though. Does have to find a good line here, and he would have been annoyed not to be able to get rid of the yellow at the bottom of the table before tracking up. It means he does have to play two good positional shots back to back.
He's going to be targeting this red just below the left middle as a kind of area to hit.
Yeah.
Very nice. But is he just...
Yeah, he would love to have got down to that red. It would have made it nicer. Or pull up a touch straighter, which was hard. It was hard to get to the straight from where he was, to be honest.
He's slightly wrong side, isn't he? He might have to pump this actually to get towards the blue spot. And he's lost the white ball. Just because he had to generate that extra bit of pace, it just offered, on a quick table, the better opportunity for the white ball to just slip behind a ball.
It's as you said though, wasn't it? If he comes down to the red, he can roll that in. It comes on and off on a natural line, and he can control it better.
Yeah, nothing doing there. So, good opportunity with the balls in the middle of the table for Jordan.
Tough pot this, but it's not a free shot. Nothing's a free shot, but it's certainly one where he won't be leaving the 8-ball on if he was to miss. It just mentally allows him to make this a little bit more of a freer shot. Not the cannon he wanted though.
Still okay, but he's just got to utilise more cushions than you'd like. That was very loose. A little Little sarcastic tap on the table there from Jordan. He's not happy with that. Still fine, but he's really chasing this at the moment. There's another one where he's got a flick he didn't want. And now this has gone from awkward to difficult. That's a great bit of cueing. That's a brilliant shot. See his hand was in an awkward position with that as well. He was having to kind of reach it around the pocket. And now he's one good positional shot away. Little flick to get it out. Tell you what, this was awkward, but it's been a beautiful finish from Jordan Shepard if he knocks this 8 ball in. Very good. It just feels built for this event.
Oh, look at this leg.
That is horrible.
Yeah, it's an interesting one though, because I mean, Liam White is winning against Sean Story 7-5. It is only 7-5. It's in the balance, but Chris Day is winning. The winners of those two matches play each other. Well, Chris Day and Sean Story were practice partners. They were good friends, and they're not anymore. So if they end up playing each other in the next round, that will be quite spicy.
Oh, Ronan. Wasn't too much pressure on that. Okay, the layout's awkward, but you've essentially just incentivized Jordan to have first dibs at this table, which is not something you ever want to give to Jordan Shepard. Jordan's just opted to take the reds there. Nice little pot into the top left along the cushion. Just gets rid of one of the problem balls that he no longer has to deal with later on. Oh, that is some effort. If he's got a pot on here, that is a world-class shot. Because that was a tricky thin cut into the middle pocket, and he's come off of 2 and clattered straight into the reds.
But this is part of the reason, this layout here is part of the reason why I don't think Ronan McCarthy is a great matchup for Jordan Shepard, because Ronan will turn down these finishes all day long, and Jordan is going to chase them because he doesn't want to get into a tactical exchange with Ronan McCarthy. He wants it to be open. He wants to go for it. Now, I still, as well as he's played so far in this visit, I think he's still second favourite to get out, and then therefore Ronan becomes the favourite for the frame.
We say that though, but whether you're good at the tactical play or not, it all depends on what you do in the moment, and at the moment Jordan Shepard is cooking up something very spicy in this frame, because he was in absolute no man's land when he first came to the table, and he's actually probably 1 ball away now from a monumental clearance.
Yeah, this will be special. This will be very special if he gets it. There wasn't a finish on when he came to the table. This is also why we love Jordan Shepard, because he will take these on, and he does get them at a decent percentage. He's been second favourite all the way through, and I think he's just about reached marginal favourite for the frame.
Yeah, he needs to play a good shot here. This is an awkward little cut with a cannon.
Oh, so good. What a finish this is. Finish of the weekend.
Jordan Shepard this was special. And obviously off of his break, so long as he makes a ball like he does there, he can play this frame a bit more on his own terms. Okay, 8 ball's not come out for him. And there is a bit of work either way, but...
I think it's the same thing though. It's not as hard as the previous one, but it's still low percentage, and I think he's still going to take it on. It's actually nowhere near as much work. It all depends on the red left centre. If the red left centre goes, then all the reds are fine. It's just the 8 ball, and you do have a good breaker ball.
I think he might try and break it out here if it's on the cushion. He's got a decent angle where he could potentially kind of top into it. Play it with a bit more pace, you can guarantee yourself to be on the red to the top left.
Oh, that bump helped him.
Oh, that has it though.
Well, it has, because if the red goes into the 8 ball, you've made a mess. It's still fine. Worst way, he'll get a double on the 8 ball here with this layout. And that may be the best option, because he now needs to go left centre with the one underneath his arm, or top right.
Yeah, I like what he's done there. He's played to the side cushion to...
He wanted actually to be a couple of rolls off, because if he gets a couple of rolls off, he can play the breakout on the 8 ball at the same time, but he now has a... I do expect him to get to the double. I really do. I thought he was going to go up the right-hand side, because you got the right-hand side, you got top left gets you to right centre, to left centre, and that guarantees you being on the double.
I mean, he might have the option here. I don't know if he's got the right angle or not, but he could potentially play the breakout with the final ball and kind of just double the 8 out. Yeah, that looks like what he's going for, because he's left himself wide here. This, once again, needs to be judged nicely. He's got to kind of catch this half ball. The white will hold on the yellow above it. This is another great finish from Jordan.
It really is. 2 on the trot. Starting to separate a little bit. Well, that's where the race to 13 becomes such a big point, as 5-1 isn't the end of the world. You can, but you don't want to...
Oh, that's nasty.
You don't want your opponent running away and gaining momentum, and he's going to gain momentum here, because the last 2 finishes were special. This one is going to be routine.
Well, the only thing you don't do here, Si, is take it for granted.
Yeah.
Don't undo the work that you've done in the last 2 frames by messing up this finish.
I'll tell you though, Jordan won't take it for granted, but he's already chalked this. He's already put this on the scoreboard. In his mind, he's already 5-1 up right now. See, he did take his time on a few shots there, didn't take it for granted, but it is a simple finish. And that's off the Ronan McCarthy break. 5-1. The statement of intent was there, and I thought that was such a positive thing he said. I mean, he's still going to go and play in China. He'll be playing in America next week. He's off to Kansas for the Kansas City Open and the Kansas City Shootout, and he'll be a really good chance there as well. But it's picking and choosing the right times to go and do things like that, and focusing on the right areas when he needs to.
Time allocation is so important for a top-level pool player. Obviously, there's so many different loyalties in pool, there's so many different forms of the sport that finding that balance is so tough to do, and it's why only 3 or 4 of the best players in the world have managed to achieve it thus far.
Yeah.
And why players like Shane, that are world-class in some formats of the sport, still can't achieve it.
Yeah, and I'm not being critical of anyone that's gone. I understand the rewards in China are quite staggering. I understand that completely. So I'm not. It's not me digging anyone else. I'm just the statement of intent from Jordan to say that the World Championships means more to him than that particular tournament in China.
Yeah, this is a big frame now for Ronan. You feel it's been zoned out, shut out really for the last 2-3 frames. Needs to get a foothold back.
He's got very recent history at winning big games from behind, though. The World Final against Carl Sutton.
I wonder what game that is.
That is very fresh in the memory for Ronan McCarthy and everybody that was there and that would have watched it. What was it at the break? 7-3 at the break?
Yeah.
And he just came out after the break and found a gear. Reiterate my point, Carl Sutton did not make a mistake in the World Final and he lost.
Yeah, I suppose that's the only advice for Jordan, is it? Don't break dry.
Yeah.
This isn't easy though. I think this yellow does pass into the bottom left, the one that's higher of the two reds. Right, he's obviously opted against that.
Quite clever the way he played that. Could have done with the yellow just tracking, what, an extra roll up the table just to guarantee himself a good angle to get across for the one on the cushion, which will be his last ball. Oh, he's got room to get to that angle anyway, so it had just gone far enough. That was such a clever developing shot. Knew he was playing into the red to pop the yellow. Pace control was lovely.
Ooh, wow, I thought that was going to bounce out on him, but it's fine. It wanted to.
It tried to, didn't it? Worst feeling for a pool player, that. You've all seen it happen.
Yeah, it's been very good from Ronan. Great response.
That's why he's a two-time world champion. Doesn't get phased, doesn't get rattled.
Ronan going dry will help him, but once again, it's not a simple layout. It's all about the two yellows and the red on the right-hand side here for me. If you can find a way to kind of bust into them, then you're going to give yourself a good chance. Jordan opted in for yellows. I don't mind that. I feel if he can land nicely on the two yellows near the 8 spot, he could potentially go into the problem reds off the side cushion exactly like this. Take the lower one now, if you are going to go, and really attack the red. Here we go. So this is going to be the shot that could unlock him the frame. Just caught it a bit too full. He might have been fortunate in leaving himself a double. Kind of double where if you make it, you're going to be cannoning into the yellow below and potentially knocking it on. Has he got enough of it? Oh, that was a bit wild. Really tried to pump the double in to get the yellow moving. He has missed. And it's an opportunity for Ronan. Oh, well.
I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked.
Snatched at it a little bit. That's a big mistake from Ronan. For Jordan here, that yellow I think is not potable past the 8 ball. So he's got a lot of work to do in this finish, but Should he have been getting back to the table so early? I don't think so. Oh, he's got a great angle here. He's done very well there. Oh, that was tough. Has he potentially got the big pocket using the red in the left, in the right middle? That's what he's looking at. This needs to be judged well. He's going to be playing this at quite dead weight pace as well to stay on the 8 ball. Oh, no. No, no, no. He's going to bring Ronan back again. Yeah, that one's going to frustrate Jordan a bit. Didn't really get close.
Yeah, it's just been stopped really, hasn't he? Just a couple of mistakes when he was really flying.
Yeah, and Ronan's going to do exactly what a wily professional would do, and he's going to completely shut the door on Jordan here. Ronan won't need to rush. Yeah, Jordan's going to have to conjure up something big here. Didn't foul, which is one result, but another opportunity for Ronan now. And Ronan's going to carry on the torture ball. Snooker him up again. I mean, this one is a little bit more makeable for Jordan, should he attempt it off the bottom cushion, but still very high tariff. There you go. And now Ronan's got him where he wants him.
Yeah, it should be time to go here for Ronan. Doesn't gain an advantage by slowing down. The only thing he doesn't have is the perfect ball to get on the 8 ball, but does he play red into right centre and bump the other red up towards the top right hand corner, or just play the good cue ball later on in the visit? I would be tempted, because you're naturally going to go into that red whenever you decide to play it.
Yeah.
I would have been tempted to do it there, and then you play the shot he's just played.
Do it while you've got the balls on the table.
Yeah, because if he plays it there, then he's straight in on the one he's just played. So essentially, instead of having the 2 reds on the right hand side, he's got one up near the top right hand corner, and then he can go left centre, top corner, right corner. But it looks like he's going to go the clean way and not move anything. And in all honesty, that's fine as well, because he'll still use the red right centre, I think. Just has to make sure he's slightly low on it, which won't be a problem.
Yeah, I think you've just got to back your ability, haven't you, at the end of the day? For someone like Ronan, you don't want to start overthinking and cannoning balls you don't need to.
He has slightly got himself into trouble, because he's gone past the straight and he's tracking up the table. He can easily drop this in and go right centre, but he doesn't want to leave the red on the left hand side as his last ball.
He's just going to leave it to middle.
Yeah, he's got to get... He might have to play this one with a little bit of running side. He's got to get past the straight to right centre. Oh, he is absolutely straight. He can manipulate the pocket enough. Even if he just dropped it in, he'd still have a shot on the 8 ball. He doesn't have to get particularly close to it or far up the table. He'll be fine. Good match up, this one, isn't it? It really is. Clash of styles, clash of temperaments, clash of personalities.
Makes no sense, does it?
It does make no sense whatsoever, this game. But yeah, all those scores are on Ultimate Pool TV. You can keep up to date with everything as we're going along. See, we're focusing on 2 matches from the round, and you can keep your eyes on all the matches from the round on Ultimate Pool TV.
Yeah. Jordan now needs to get this momentum back. He's at the table. The split's not bad.
Yeah, balls in play.
Going to get this one back after dropping a couple on the trot.
Yeah, he's just got that fluidity back, hasn't he? You could see it there. He was really honed in.
Fine.
That frame victory guarantees that he will not be behind at the halfway stage or Jordan separate.
That's a good break. That's the best break he's hit in the match. For once, they're not hugging side cushions. They're all out in the open here for him. And I'm supposed to, I quite like either, but I think reds are the way to go.
Just got to track the one at the bottom of the table and then back out.
Yeah, balls in play.
Yeah, that'll do. Maybe you have to play the other red into the same pocket now, just because he's slightly low.
I think he might just have the control cannon. Just use the red, not moving it too far.
I like that.
Yeah, because if he leaves those two together and comes down the table, then they become a problem to get back on. He had to take that to right centre.
Slightly on the thin side of it, though. That's the only thing I would say.
He would like to have been on the ball. He's just moved. Or he is on it, but he would like to have been on it in a better way that he could then play it. He doesn't want to leave it as his last ball, but he'll be okay. He can still work with it as a last ball.
Perfect.
Very good from Ronan, his best break of the match, and picked us a very good route. Takes it nice and simply. Break clearance, back within 2.
Jordan Shepard to break. Lead 6 frames to 4.
Jordan makes that ball again. Oh, I mean, look at the split. Look at that split. I have a feeling he might be going yellow side.
Yeah, I think he would be.
Oh, that's a bad opener though. That is really poor to sit the two yellows together. Now all of a sudden, what looked like a very routine clearance, he's got work. I don't know if he can land short position on him. That could potentially be an option, but never ever should have been sitting these two together. This is actually, it's not bad, but this is getting slightly harder for him. He's got an awkward little shot to play here. He's close to this yellow. nicely played. Wanted to be on the highest one to the middle though, isn't, so she's going to have to reroute again. I think that 8 ball does pass into the bottom left. It's a big differentiator. That's a lovely controlled shot. Bundled with right hand side. Oh no.
He's okay.
Is he on it?
He's okay, yeah.
Thought he's just sitting on the 8 ball there. It's a clever shot.
There you go. He is fine.
He's dead straight on it. That's perfect. Just removing that red did mean that if he wasn't straight on it, he could land on it to the same pocket, but in the end, made tough work of it, it's got to be said, but responded well.
Ronan would love the same layout as last time.
Yeah, needs that cut break to come big here.
Don't think he hit it quite as well as the previous one, but the result is good. It's not a bad strike by any means.
Yeah, it just kind of slipped off the pack a little bit, didn't it? But yeah, I mean, the split's great. If you needed to go and win a frame, this isn't a bad layout to have. I feel like with yellows, he's probably one positional shot away. If he just pots this one to the bottom right and lands nicely on one of the balls to the middle, you feel like he's out. With reds, it's a little bit more a case of working out the traffic. So that's why he's going to go yellows. Is he short here? I think it's...
He is. He has a backup plan. Certainly not what he wanted. If he gets straight in right centre, it's frame over.
Yeah.
That was the ball to land on. Now he still has to find a window. It doesn't have to be right centre. He could get on one to bottom right corner and do it that way around. But if he had landed straight in right centre, it really would have been frame over.
Yeah. Still not quite landed nice here, so this feels a bit more like the last chance saloon shot to get that good position. Yeah, needs to land nice here. Has he got the gap? Definitely not where he wanted to be. Oh, he's been lucky. That didn't mean that flick on the red.
Still not absolutely guaranteed here, because the red that's in between the yellow and the 8 ball plays huge, and he plays one yellow to get on the next yellow.
I think that's why he's taking it to top corner, yeah, because he can just roll this through.
Yeah, very good. Still hasn't.
Yeah.
It's been one of those visits where he's not put the cue ball where he wanted to at all the whole way through. If he gets the first shot right, it's as simple as it gets, and ever since then he's been a couple of turns out. But he is still going to win the frame, and he's going to keep himself very much in touching distance. Simple 8 ball for a 2-frame deficit. And it brings an end to a fascinating session of pool. The world champion keeps himself alive against the man he beat in the world semi-final. You join us with an intriguing matchup.
Yeah, we're in the business and second half, so we're going to see the conclusion. And yeah, great matchup between these two. As you said, rematch of the semis of the Worlds, and you know, that one was a one-sided affair, but this one's a little different. So solid break there by Jordan, and yeah, he looks nice here to take this opening frame of the second session.
It was a what I found it fascinating about the session we had earlier on is that there was a few frames like this where the splits were good. There was also a couple of frames where the splits weren't good, and Ronan was kind of trying to tease Jordan to go, and you knew Jordan wanted to go, and Jordan got a couple of them. That right in the key part of the match, a key part of the session, and Ronan would have sat in his chair happy to see him go, but he got there. And I just thought that was a fascinating little battle. Both players would have been happy to do what they were doing, but Jordan got the edge.
Yeah, he looked to be firing in parts from what I got glimpses of. I was actually talking to Ronan briefly after, and he said to be 7-5 down, he was actually quite relieved. He thought that, you know, Jordan should have been a bit further ahead, so he's going into it, you know, kind of thinking that he has the edge on it, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a fair call. I think Jordan will feel like 8-4 was the scoreline he should have got to. Was the dominant player in the session, no doubt about it.
He's got a really tricky shot here. He might have to just trickle into the black. Not ideal, but he's got a chance. I think he's going to have to come off the side rail and maybe try track it for the same pocket now. He could have to really dig in deep to this, yeah. But he's coming off around the angles.
Not good.
No. I can't really see a shot here. The cross double's not on, the yellow's in the way.
He had a look to see whether he could go top right, but I don't think he can get there off the cushion first into that.
I think it's the long double. Yeah.
Oh my word. Oh wow.
I think it was going anyway, but the fact that it's flicked it has just made it a worse blow for Ronan.
This is some double. I think it was jaw, wasn't it? It was on the jaw. We don't know whether it would have gone in, but wow.
Oh, they're completely different contrasting sort of personalities exposed on that game, you know.
Good break from Ronan. Same sort of story as it was in the first session though. The number of times all the balls, or the majority of the balls, came across the right hand side of the table.
Yeah, I think if he just touches into this yellow now, he leaves himself straight to the middle, and then they're all at the other end. Yeah, I think if he's got a touch of an angle, you know, he might have to brush off the yellow, but I think he's okay here. Couple of options here. You can just touch into the red, or you could just try run it through, take the one to the top, maybe come back out for the middle, but I think touching into red's the right shot here. You can just stun this dead now, leave the cue ball where it is, and middle and then bottom. Ronan's very good for seeing these sort of finishes. He does very minimal with the cue ball, and that's why he's such a force to be reckoned with, because he never loses the cue ball ever, really.
If you're not moving the cue ball, it's hard to lose it. Bit of a stretch though.
I think he's okay. Yeah, you can just park it back now, take it long. Should see one each for the first two frames of this session. Both from the break. Little adjustment down on the shot.
No mistakes though. Good response to a fluke in the opening frame and the break clearance from Jordan. Break clearance from Ronan. And it's as you were, 2-frame game. get a ball.
Yeah, he's deserved to get that to drop because he's hit a really good break there.
Look at the split. Look at this split. You'd like this every time.
So, reds are the ball, even though he doesn't have a shot on the yellow. I would still be going reds here.
If you were straight in on the red to left centre, would you take the hampered queuing and drop it in? Because it seems the easiest way to deal with the 3 at the top.
Yeah.
But he might just have too much angle to do that anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely the most ideal result after, but I can see why he didn't, because sometimes it's just not worth the risk.
Yeah, I think it was just a turn of angle, which wasn't going to get him where he wanted to anyway. But that's worked out well, that using that yellow, if he can get to the one nearest the top corner.
Through it? Touch aside on it. Okay. Very dangerous player is Jordan. When he gets going, he can blow you away. I wonder where he's going to take the 8 ball now. Does it go by the yellow in the right middle?
I think so.
He could actually push into it here.
It goes anyway. Or maybe not the full pocket, looking at that camera angle at the end.
He can just stun it down by the 8 ball here now to take it into the corner. No, he's gonna.
Must go cleanly. Three frames, all 3 of them are going to be clearances from the break. Shepard opens up a 3-frame advantage once again.
He'll be happy to exchange frames here now with the lead that he's got. Ronan going for the cup break. He's hit it very well. Over now for either the plant, or he could take the red long. No, he's going to settle for the plant. Thought if he had it come up a bit more and towards the cushion, he could have left him. He could have got rid of the problem ball straight away then.
The problem ball being the one nearest the sort of left centre pocket, isn't the ball you're talking about, come across and take that top right.
Yeah. It's just that the red's blocking it above it, so he has to take that out before it, or he has to try play it down to the left bottom now, or also up to the top right, but it's just that little extra trickier than the others. Still fine here.
If he gets to around the straight on the yellow, the red to left centre, he could still play to take it top right like you originally suggested.
Yeah, anything but too low on it. I think he's... Yeah, he's pretty straight on this now. Even a touch high on it would have been perfect.
Yeah, so that he doesn't have to... He can get to the cushion then and know he's going to be fine. I've just made that a bit more of a touchiest shot, but he's played it okay.
Yeah. Just stun it out into the middle of the table now. And it looks to be perfect pool so far this session. still hanging in, as he always does. I have to scrape him off the table. Ooh.
Oh, now he's got a problem.
This is very tricky. This requires excellent cueing. The fact that it's just a touch off the yellow makes a massive difference. If that was touching, it'd be a hell of a lot harder than what it already is. Ah, he's hit brilliant. 10 out of 10.
Very good shot indeed. Survives a slight issue. He is going to make it 4 straight break clearances to start this session. Great standard between these two.
Another great smash.
He really is hitting it well.
Yeah.
Lots of power. Trickiest layout he's had
Yeah.
of his chances in this session.
A little trickier. I think if that yellow goes by the red, no, it doesn't. He could touch this one into the middle and leave himself the angle to go into that yellow to hit it onto the side cushion, or just past the red. Straight away, making all yellows go into all pockets. He could be getting onto it now in another way, yeah. Just wants to push it by the red. Unless he's looking at it for the middle.
Definitely goes.
Yeah, he's just got to track it nicely.
He's worked these well.
Yeah, he can just push into the red now. Leave himself the angle to come back around. So, not too sure which way he's going to go about these. He could actually play the long one now, and then leave the one that he's closest to get on the last one up the left, and just leave himself to slice back on the 8-ball. He's decided otherwise. He's got to cue a nice one here, but he's usually good at them.
Short. Just gets there.
Just.
Makes this next shot trickier though. Another 2-3 rolls, it makes it so much easier. Now he's got a problem.
Yeah, and he's not guaranteed to be on the 8-ball here either. Could snooker himself or. Ooh, yeah.
Played a really good shot there. It's going to be 5 straight break clearances to start this session. And Jordan keeps separating to 3 frames. That's the top half of the draw. We'll focus on the bottom half once the top half is done.
Is it played down to the semis today?
Play down half the quarters. So
Okay.
we're going to see the first tonight. We'll be back and we'll see all 4 first sessions of the quarterfinals. And
Okay.
the matches will be left overnight. We'll be back for the second sessions tomorrow morning.
Right. So who's your money on? Simon, I'm going to put you on the spot.
It's tricky, isn't it? I think you expect the cream to rise. So I've been saying Tom through the tournament, but he's just gone 11-11. Jake's just won a frame, so he's in a best of 3 against Jake for a place in the last 16, but he's been the best player in the world for a while now, and it's a deep race, so you kind of have to
That's a
fancy
careless
Tom.
shot by Jordan there. Pushing the yellow on to hold the red now. Doesn't go into any pockets, I don't think. So he has to go into that now. And that requires developing balls and moving them that you don't really want to be doing. But he's got a nice angle now to go straight into it. Just has to miss the yellow here. It's not quite straightforward because he could just snick it. Anything but a decel. Yeah, see. Unless he hasn't played that, has he? No.
It can't have done.
No. But I think he can go into it now because he can pinch the pocket here to go straight into it. So he's gotten away with it.
If he did play it, then he could only have felt that he couldn't get the line he was looking for, and he was going to miss what he wanted, and therefore was getting a better angle to come into it again. Now he's going to have a problem getting from the one at the bottom to the one at the top.
Yeah, I think anything straight or low, just a touch low here, because he can reverse screw back it.
He's just off straight the wrong way. He's going to have to load this up. He's more than just off straight, actually, but the high angle doesn't help.
No, I think he has to play a loaded deep reverse screw here.
Well, he's looking at the 4 cushions, but that was not on, already, was it? He didn't have quite enough angle to go the 4 cushions. He didn't have enough angle to deep screw with reverse, which is what he tried, and he's nowhere. First mistake in the session for Jordan Shepard, and it's not that shot that's the mistake, it's the shot earlier on when he didn't get the cannon, or he nudged the ball safe that he then had to cannon.
Can
it.
he get by the yellow to play jaws first? Because if he catches that clean, there's every chance. Off. Yeah, I'd say that would have bothered Ronan a bit if he had gotten that finish. Well, without snookering himself there, just in general, because he's been running into trouble and getting away with it. And Ronan being such a purist of a pool player, playing all the right shots and doing minimal movement, yeah, it can be quite annoying at times looking at it happen in front of you.
Ronan just doesn't give anything away. He would have just sat there and seen it all before, played Jordan many, many times. Gets to the table to make it a 2-frame game again.
Yeah, and he's got the attitude to back up. You know, he's very stoic.
Yeah.
So, you know, he doesn't get flustered in the moment, and that's one of his strongest attributes. And it's one that you really need in this game. And it stands to him. Snick back here, keep ball travelling, but yeah, massive area to play into. Just screw in behind it. Ooh, wiped its feet. You can just run this down now to the bottom cushion to just leave himself nicely to go back on the table. Just wants to run it along the cushion now, back up the table. And yeah, that's the first mistake really by Jordan in this second session, so
He keeps it tight, keeps it within a 2-frame game.
another brilliant smash. If you can smash the balls like that every day, you'd win everything. Yeah, really getting into them. And most importantly, getting the ball off them. A little tough here for us. I don't think that red, he can get through to that red. So, a hampered shot to start with. I think he could be taking one over the pocket. Unless he's going to settle for yellows. Touch his side on it. He could get through. So he's alright. Just a little snick into the left middle on the red to the side. But he's got link-up balls to get back. Wants to leave himself a little angle on this, unless he's playing the double. He's looking at the double, yeah. I think he's going to stun it back, leave himself the back double, and bring the white back around the angles up the table again. Yeah. So he's got a bit of traffic to deal with here. Once he lands somewhere around below that middle pocket, I think he's on it. I think he's just got enough on it. He has. Yeah, he's not let that mistake affect the momentum. No ball by Ronan again. Didn't get much power into that cut break. And plenty of balls over the right hand side of the table. That is one of the traits of the cut break, is that can happen where all the balls get clustered over to one side. Yeah, once he gets this double, every red has a pocket. If he gets the double. Fancy him for it. And Ronan can't really do much here. Just has to sit and wait. Hopefully something happens. Actually nice to get it on it now. You can just push into the yellow, I think, the top one, or you can just land. Yeah.
Picking this apart well, isn't he? This could be quite a defining moment.
He'll just slice this across, come off the other cush. And nice little angle to pop it back out for the same pocket. Short on that, but yeah, you can just try it through top cush between the yellow and the black.
And he separates for the first time in the session. Kept going 3 in front, couldn't get to 4 until now. He is 1 frame away, and he has the break.
And he's got a good record over Tom, I've heard.
Yeah,
he's beaten him a few times. So
he's been playing really high level for a good period of time.
Another crunch from Jordan.
He's not really on anything too nicely.
Lost the cue ball slightly there, wasn't as straight down the middle as the others, but
Does have
no damage done.
Does have an option on yellows. Does he have an option on reds? Tricky plant, maybe? I don't even think. No, I don't think that's on.
I think it
Might
could.
be.
Yeah, no, I think it is on, but I don't think he's gonna go. I think he wants to finish this match out now, and he'll take his medicine.
That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, and he can just touch this into the middle now and leave himself the angle to get right back down the table. Yellow goes by the red into the bottom pocket, I believe. think he could be screwing off the side cushion here and trying to bring it back over to the other side for the little snick into the middle. No, he's just going to drop it and take it to the middle. Does he have the angle? I think he does.
Perfect.
I think he's spot on. Yeah, and I think this is curtains. Really good performance here from Jordan.
Don't try and do too much, just getting it back a turn just to be on the 8 ball. This is the 8 ball for the match. Just has to dig it to avoid the in-off, which he does just about in the end. It is a brilliant performance. The world champion bows out at the hands of Jordan Shepard. A spectacular performance, in all honesty. Finishes galore throughout the match. Just kept going and going. And he gets his place into the last 16 of the tournament.